This is Andy Lewis, and you're listening to the Norse Mentality. I have made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I know that you have as well. This is just part of being human. And I think that most people legitimately try their best, and they try to make the right decision with the information that they're given. But then it turns out to have been a terrible idea, or at least they think it is. There are a lot of things that can interfere with your thought process during this time period. Everything from your subconscious to your social environment can play a huge role in the decisions that you make. All you can do is to use your best judgment and to hope for the best. I'm going to be real with you. I am my own worst critic when it comes to this. I used to make the biggest deal over every little mistake, and I would always dwell on it, and it would stop me from being productive. It was all I could think about, and letting this shit go was damn near impossible. And then finally, I realized that fucking up is actually a gift. It was destined to happen so I could learn an important lesson. And these lessons are usually a hurdle that you need to overcome at that specific time in order to level up as a human being. So don't beat yourself up when you think that you made a mistake or the wrong decision. You need to avoid them as much as possible, but a lot of times it's bound to happen either way. The important thing is to just reevaluate and to keep moving forward. Make a commitment to yourself to do better and then stick to it. Now, I know that's easier said than done. Mistakes are usually followed by prolonged periods of difficulty. Your one little fuck up creates a dominoes effect that seems to be never ending. One obstacle is followed by another, and you're always fighting to keep your head above water. You start telling yourself things like, none of this would be happening if I didn't do this one thing. As always, you need to tell that inner voice to shut the hell up. It's not looking out for your best interest, and it's only making the situation worse. You can't think clearly if you're stuck in this never-ending replay of something that has already happened. Thinking about it over and over again serves no purpose. The reality of the situation is that it was probably going to happen one way or another. Like I said, these things are destined to take place so you can learn an important lesson. And these obstacles that you're going to face along the way are just another gift as well. Pushing through these hurdles is what will help you build overall resilience. The trick is to learn how to switch your mindset to embrace difficult situations. This is what the Norse Mentality is all about. This is just another amazing opportunity to improve your character and to become stronger. Over the years, I have learned how to switch my perspective and get excited when something does go wrong. It might be extremely difficult at first, but at this point, I'm 100% confident that everything will work out in the end. This doesn't mean that I don't have self-doubt. As a matter of fact, I have self-doubt about something almost every single day. But I have fucked up so many times that I am confident that I will always come out on top. And I know that my quality of life is guaranteed to improve when I get to the other side of the situation. Now, I wasn't always this way though. I was an absolute chicken shit with no confidence when I was younger. As a matter of fact, I still lack confidence with a lot of things, but I acknowledge these weaknesses and I'm working on them. For example, doing this podcast and talking on camera is not something that just came natural to me. But I realized that not being able to do it was holding me back, and I took massive action to improve at it. At this very moment, I'm putting in the reps to get better. It took years of reprogramming my subconscious and learning from my mistakes to get to where I am now. There were countless times when I didn't know how to fix a situation, so I would read books and ask for advice until I figured it out. And let me go ahead and throw this out there as well. I have never been the brightest person, and I'll be the first to admit that. As a matter of fact, it's extremely difficult for me to learn new things, but I've always had a growth mindset, and I've realized that I could eventually accomplish anything and be halfway decent at it. Over time, I developed this unwavering confidence to handle any situation, and you can do the same. The key is to try to have self-awareness at all times. Notice how I said try to do it. This is because you're going to fuck up at that as well. All you can do is to try your best. Having self-awareness is what will allow you to learn from your mistakes. The issue is that a lot of people don't bother to do it. This is because it's difficult and it's definitely not fun. I can count about 1 million other things I'd rather be doing than to sit there and reflect on my shortcomings. It's a lot easier to just remain distracted instead of going through the hassle of working on yourself. What I've noticed though is that the people who refuse to do this work are usually the same individuals who are not focused on self-improvement. They continue to do the same shit over and over until their world truly comes crumbling down. And we see this a lot with health and fitness. People continue to eat like shit and be stagnant until they have a heart attack. Then all of a sudden they give a damn about their health. But here's the thing. You may not be fortunate enough to survive that wake-up call. The heart attack could very well be the end of your life. So don't wait for tragedy to unfold to change your habits. Make self-awareness your top priority and learn from your fuck-ups. And if you take anything away from this episode, I want it to be this. The past is dead and the future is unknown. Don't get held up with all this bullshit that has already happened. Focus on the present moment and be grateful for the lessons that you've learned from those shitty situations. And that's all I have for you today. I hope that you found this episode of the Norse Mentality useful. Please be sure to share it with your friends if you think that they would benefit from it. And for those of you that are unaware, the Norse Mentality is a byproduct of Norse Fitness. It is our goal with Norse Fitness to eliminate the world of mediocrity and to help you reach your full potential. We do this by giving you the tools to improve physically and mentally. You can follow us on Instagram at Norse_fitness and visit our website, which is norsefitness.co. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.